AI for cold outbound simply doesn't work. People can tell it's automated. Well, that's exactly what one of my clients said before we took their reply rates from a 0.7% all the way to an 8.3% consistently, just under 30 days, using our AI cold outbound system. So, for context, I run an AI automation consultancy where we help agencies and service based businesses netting anywhere from 500 to a million ARR build predictable pipeline revenue using AI sales systems. In this video, I'm going to give you an exact breakdown on just how we do it with our AI cold outbound system, the behind the scenes on the automations and the system that we use in the back end. I'm also going to show you a side-by-side comparison of the copy getting 0.7% to the winning copy that we've been using with all of our clients getting us 8.3% consistently. So be sure to stick to the end to see that. Most people get the fundamental problem wrong. So everyone blames the copy, subject line, deliverability. These are all just symptoms. What they're mainly missing are they're skipping the research step. We're actually using AI to gather input data, to gather deep context on why now and why yes signals. And the automation theater that they have by inserting the first name and company name and thinking that's all the personalization where they need, where prospects see right through it at this stage with the cold emails they'd be getting, doesn't matter which industry you're in. Treating symptoms, not causes. So all of this comes down to the thousands of dollars you'd be spending A/B testing subject lines, where the real issue is the actual quality of the data that goes into the outreach. If you're a typical client, you've tried everything before talent, bought every cold email tool that they could, hired expensive copywriters, even hired copywriters specifically from Upwork for cold email copywriting, and then months of endless A/B testing. What we've identified is a pull towards the copy first when we should really switching to the new standard of research first, where we're building intelligence before writing a single word. Personalization is driven by live signals, not placeholders. Those live signals, AI context, all of that, along with zero guesswork when we're actually performing the research for the input data, all play in to this reply rate increase. Itself to three critical data points. We pull this every single time, specifically for this system, when running every single prospect before even writing a single word. We're looking for LinkedIn activity, company news, and tech stack. Why? Because LinkedIn activity would give us the recent posts and articles, the comments of other content, and topics they engage with. So that's our background and our layer in terms of a professional persona that they have. The company news to understand higher level in terms of funding announcements, where their company's at, any changes in the executive level, as well as their tech stack, which is interestingly enough extremely useful when understanding the tools that they're currently using, the workflow gaps, and the integration possibilities and the opportunities that we can come in as AI automation layers and help them. So why does it matter? Turning raw data into strategic context allows us to understand the prospect silent question. Why the hell are you emailing me now? So now that we have the LinkedIn activity, the company news, and the tech stack as sources, it reveals to us signals and also provides current priorities and pain, the time and the buying windows, and also the context and credibility. For a real life example, a client that we worked with in the past, being a founder and CEO of, let's just say, an AI marketplace, they were looking for the research angle to deepen their personalization, especially with their cold outbound after seeing lackluster results. So what we use as sources are activity, strategy, and profile. We use a network focus, again, resources like LinkedIn to understand sort of connecting the sales brokers on a deeper level and understand their angles. On the market expansion side of things, we look to expand in the marketplace. They were actively looking to find right local brokers to open doors in Miami, New York, and San Francisco. And so the industry fit, they were looking to cover restaurants, local brands with a strong mix of hospitality, brand identity, and local presence. So what we've done is our outreach example was to be new and emerging food and hospitality brands coming to this AI marketplace, looking for the right brokers. I use New York City as an example. And to show you the before and after of what the copywriting actually looked like, move myself over here, before and after the outreach evolution. So the 0.7 reply rate version was very minimal outreach or very minimal personalization, if any. So it says over here, hey, first name, I stumbled upon your company and I was impressed by your growth. And that's about it in terms of the personalization. So as you see over here, impressed by growth is generic fluff. Ask for time immediately without establishing any relevance. Are you free for 10-minute quick chat next week? And that just seems extremely off-putting. If I would be someone reading this, definitely not looking to respond to that. And on the other side of things, the research driven, which has gotten a 8.3% on average. Let's just take a look at that. Hey Chris, saw you covering Northern New Jersey for Toast. Need hospitality plus tech plus CRE mix on your profile. So as you see over here, we've already made a clear observation, a research-based observation on their company and sort of the angle they're coming at from our LinkedIn scrape that we did prior. And then also talking about their specific location being opening doors in New York City. So as you see, it's already a lot more personalized and softer with our CTA to open to a quick 10-minute intro next week. So why it works is references specific territory coverage, current employer, and then niche expertise. And it also feels human with a sent from my iPhone tag. Now, what is the AI stack that makes it scalable? We have Appify for enrichment. This is our go-to for enrichment in terms of LinkedIn information we want to scrape, as well as crawling the web for industry news sources. Perplexity, which is the actual brain of the entire research. This will be leading the research front and center when it comes to synthesizing thousands of raw data points online from the different websites it has access to, and then generating actionable insights and specific angles that we then use into a make.com orchestration. This would be the nervous system of the entire operation. And then last, that system looks like we're here in make.com with Affify starting out the workflow would be with a Google Maps scraper that scrapes the leads and then gathers the LinkedIn data information as well. And passes that on to a Google Sheets where we store all that information, being our CRM of choice over here. And then from there, we search the website using a simple HTTPS node. If we're unable to find information, we don't pass on because we want to be hyper personalized with the information we do have. We don't want to be sending fluff over. So once we do that, we pass it through an HTML parser to essentially gather the information. If we're lucky, we get the regex email as well. So we're able to find an email from the website. Just in case we don't, we verify the email using Find Email, and then we also search for an email with Find Email. And then from there, we pass all that lovely information into a OpenAI created completion or generated completion in this case to extract information from the website. Then we have Perplexity doing the research, the heavy lifting in terms of researching the prospect, and then a personalized icebreaker that comes after with OpenAI to actually personalize the icebreaker using the prospect research from Perplexity to then finally update the sheet and add all of that instantly into our campaign, as you see over here. So just looking at that comprehensive system over there, it's important to know, why does the system actually work? Getting us from a 0.7% generic outreach all the way to a fantastic 8.3%. That's an 11.8x increase. It's all about quality over quantity. Choosing decision makers only, we're targeting very specifically, and we're targeting very relevant in terms of the relevant information we're given from the input data, from the Perplexity researches, and then the information that's being transformed into those OpenAI icebreakers. Relevant information, like I mentioned, cutting to toys, so that way we don't have any tire kickers, and we can shoot for quality over quantity. That means less leads being burnt through the outreaches and higher quality responses as well. Personalization without context is just Mad Libs. And AI doesn't fail because it's AI. It fails because people use it to automate the writing before they use it to automate the research. So what does this mean for you? Personally, if you're stuck at less than 1% reply rates, it's time to stop tweaking subject lines and focus on fixing the root cause. So you know by now that it's not a copy problem. You need to stop guessing what problems they have. You need to use the live signals that they actually give you through the tons of different methods of data and the data points that we can gather from LinkedIn, from their website, as you see in there in the personalization routines, and remove the variance, be extremely consistent in terms of how we're reaching out, in terms of how we are constructing our research. Well, here's the reality. Building this kind of system is going to take you months of trial and error if you haven't done this before. Figuring out which data sources you need to use, implement for your specific industry is also going to take you a lot of time, not to mention setting up all the different APIs and different tools. I do understand the whole time you're figuring this out, you're actually letting leads fly by and you're leaving or you're missing qualified opportunities. And this is exactly why I built the AI sales clarity system for your business that we have over here. It's a done for you service done in less than 6 weeks. We guarantee you 8 qualified sales calls in the next 60 days, or we work for you for free. That's our guarantee. If you're tired of inconsistent deal flow, manual prospecting just doesn't work anymore, or you figured out that you are the bottleneck in your sales process, then I want you to go ahead and book a audit call with us, it's the first link in the description where we can help you identify just how the AI sales strategy system can help you for your business. We're going to see how much money you're leaving on the table. We're going to audit your entire business and identify how we can move forward with you and find a solution. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe because I break down every single sales system that we use to scale our clients' revenue every week. Until then, see you in the next one.